It is very important to work out every day, but even more important to record your exercises. So today let us learn how to add a timer in your videos, and also at the same time, if you're doing, let us say, push-ups, you can also add a count of push-ups. Now for this particular video, I will be using Hitfilm Express, where you can create a counter with a green screen. And the good thing about green screen is that you can always remove it in the editing and you will just have a nice counter. Now, if you don't really want to use Hitfilm Express, you can always go to youtube.com and you can search for various counters with the green screen, and you can find counters for 30 seconds, 1 minute, and so on. Now, for actually making the video, the final video of the workout, we will be using iMovie, because you can use any editor of your choice as long as you have the option to remove the green screen. We'll be using iMovie because iMovie is free. Now, for making this video, of course, we have to first do some workout. So let us go outside. So to create a timer in Hitfilm Express, you need to first create a new composite shot in your media. So you can maybe name it as timer, and you can decide the duration. So let us keep the duration to maybe 30 seconds. Click on OK. You can then add a new layer of type grade. So when you have a new composite shot, you can then go to your editor tab and move it to the timeline. The last thing that you need to do is just search for time code effect. So if you drag this time code to the composite shot in your editor, you now have a timer. Make sure it looks good. So I may want to start the composite shot from the very beginning. And if I start the play button, you can press spacebar here, or you can probably click on the play here. You can see the timer. So what I'll do now, I want to now maybe change the appearance of this counter. Now what I can do, I can expand this effect and make sure you're in the controls for the composite shot. And you can maybe scale it up a bit, maybe change it to 100. And the background color, in my opinion, you should try to keep it as green. So you can change it to 255, which is the RGB value of just green. Let us change the size a bit. So I can go to transform and I can maybe scale the size to, let us try 200. So I think it looks quite good now. I can also maybe drag it somewhere here. There is one more thing that I will do. I will change the background of this timer to green. So let us go to the composite shot. I'll double click on it and I will add a new layer of type plane, and you can see here that the color is already green. So I'll select it, and if I go back to the editor, I think it looks quite good. I'll just adjust it. So I think this is fine. So we have a new count. Finally, you may want to export it as MP4. So click on this sign here, this icon here on the right hand side, and click on export now. You can select content. So it will now export the composite shot as an MP4 file that we will use in iMovie. Okay, so now we are in iMovie and we have the clip where we want to add the timer. Now let me drag my clip with the timer, with the countdown that I created using Hitfilm Express. Now I can drag it here in the timeline as it is, and the first thing that you will notice is that you can now see just this green screen with the timer. Now to remove the green screen, all you need to do, if you click on the clip here, just go to the top here and click on the first icon that you see that says video overlay settings, and simply select here from the drop down green blue screen. And the moment you do it, you will immediately have nothing but your clip, which is just below the timer clip. Now the size right now is definitely big, but the whole idea here is to understand how to do it. You can always search for a clip, or you can make a clip which is not really that big. You can maybe create a small clip and then use it in iMovie. Now what you may want to do is, let us say you want to start the timer from the very beginning. So I will probably change the slider here so that I can work with the timeline in a better way. In this particular video, I think I'm starting the workout from the very beginning. So I will simply start my timer clip from the very beginning as well. And let us play this and let us see how it looks like. So yeah, this is looking good. And the next thing that you may want to do is you may want to also add some kind of a text counting the number of push-ups that you're doing. So for doing that, what I recommend is that you monitor the clip first. Just play the clip, and whenever you see a push-up happening, you can simply press M and it will insert a marker. That marker we can use maybe later on to insert a custom text where we will simply have a number like 1, 2, 3, counting the number of push-ups we are doing. So let us do that very quickly for maybe the initial few push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think this is good. So we have some markers in place, and maybe I want to add a text here on top. So I can always go to tile, and maybe I can select something like upper. I think this looks good. So I'll drag it here on the timeline, and I'll probably reduce the duration, and I'll make sure it is somewhere near the marker so it looks aligned. It looks in sync with the video. So I'll click on the text here and I'll change it to maybe 1, and this is looking good. You can simply copy it and paste it here again. 2, 3, and I think this looks all right now. So let us play the clip from the very beginning. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.